Welcome to Chapter 15B, Death on Clare Island. Sumner continued, I run an enterprise. I sell people their version of happiness. It's a small business venture. My target audience are computer and technology experts. He stopped, tilted his head toward the bartender, who rushed over with another pint before continuing. They make good salaries and can afford my services. They consider themselves trendy, he said, as he took another drink of his Guinness. The dimples just reappeared. My stomach turned over, and I wanted to run as far as I could from this piece of scum masquerading as a human being. But I couldn't. I didn't. My life was in danger, and I had to find out who murdered Matthew. I waited for Skye to continue. It's come to my attention that there's a large operation in the area. Someone is dealing in a variety of drugs into a greater geographical area. Through my own contacts, I haven't been able to determine who's behind it. He paused to push the Guinness glasses between us aside in order to lean toward me. And although my business is a conservative one, this bigger fish is cutting into my revenues and costing me opportunities. I want to protect my assets. Business has been good during the past few years. I purposely kept my operations small. Why should I be greedy? He smiled like a choir boy. So what was Matthew's connection to all this? I asked. He was aware of my business. He threatened me. Said if he found me dealing anyone, he'd kill me. He mentioned Clear Island. He had it in his mind that I received my supplies by sea out there. I don't, but it made me curious. So that was it. Market share and revenues. Skye wanted to eliminate the competition, and it occurred to him that I might know who that was. Why did Matthew talk to you about Tranquility House then? He must have known about the facility through his work with Save the People. He did. Skye smiled and took another drink. So who did he want to send to Tranquility House? I can't tell you that. It wouldn't be ethical, would it, if I revealed family secrets? He got to his feet and slapped 20 euros on the bar. I've told you all that I'm going to. Now, if you don't mind, I have a business to run. Don't forget those copies or you'll be hearing from me, he said, then swaggered out of the pub. I left a few minutes later in search of fresh air. As I did, I glimpsed Sharon and Raymond standing on the corner of Linden Hall Street. It might have been the cast of the green and yellow traffic lights, but I thought Sharon looked worse than when we'd met. Huddled inside a brown raincoat with her hands stuck in the pockets, she leaned her head toward Raymond, listening intently to whatever he was saying. The hand that he'd used to hammer his desk when we met now gripped Sharon's elbow. He stood above her, his face hovering within 2 inches of hers. His lips moved continuously. Sharon shook her head vigorously and tried to pull away, but he wouldn't let go. I pictured a bulldog with a bone in its grasp. Determined to break this up, I strode to the corner, calling out Sharon's name. Hearing my voice, they flinched as if an alarm bell had sounded in the middle of the night. Raymond dropped his hand. Sharon stepped back, turned on her heel, and scurried away before I could reach her. Raymond raised his fist at me and hurried off in the opposite direction. At that moment, the ribs and sauce began dancing in my gut. Oh, I felt terrible. If I didn't put something neutral into my stomach soon, I'd have a whopping case of indigestion, not just from having to swallow Skye's garbage, but from the meal too. But first I had something important to do. I drove back to the cottage. As soon as I could, I dropped all my clothes in the laundry and got under a hot shower. The sooner I could wash off Skye's filth, the better off I would be. Washed clean from head to toe, I toweled off and picked a container of hazelnut yogurt from the refrigerator. While the warmth of the fire dried my hair and warmed my soul, I replayed my discussion with that swine. I knew I'd have to make another circuit out to Clear Island to chase down his references to a bigger drug operation. From there, I'd get back to Sharon and Raymond. Who could Matthew have been protecting? Either one of them, I guess, since they'd all been so close. What a night. First, there was Allen Skye's revelations about Clare Island, and now this obvious confrontation between Matthew's fiancée and friend. I wondered what secrets they and Clare Island possessed concerning his death.